Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm gonna give you guys a little update on what I'm up to today. So I'm just finishing up the plumbing and stuff for the nitrous system. I have the Proton series kit from Nitrous Express. So what the kit comes with essentially is your solenoids. This one block here is 2 solenoids. So you got your fuel and you got your nitrous. So this is a wet shot, so you got your fuel, which makes it the wet. This is tying in right here to my low side, just comes in into here, comes down, just kind of routed it down here up into there. The nitrous, I'll show you what I can. The rest is kind of buried a bit. But it comes out of the trunk through this boot, or little grommet here. Also some other goodies I got going on. The dual L-dock. Here's a module for it, relay, tap, all the goodies for that. So that runs underneath, and pretty much ran it down here into safe spots that doesn't get pinched, around the frame area, and then underneath this. It looks like I slipped out a bit, but that's all right. And then it runs through all the way down, and then you can kind of see where it comes through the frame. It's on the opposite side of the heat shield, kind of next to the downpipe, so it should be okay. I don't think it'll be any issues there. Then it comes around, comes up, and then I don't know, trick the bar. Maybe I can show you underneath. There you go. Then it runs through this frame here before the control arm kind of runs through in the framework, so it's not going to get pinched. Nothing moves right there. And then you can kind of see where I have some heat tape, taping it down along the heat shield because it's kind of close to the headers. Unfortunately, that's it's the best I can do for the length of hose I had. Otherwise, I'd maybe try and run it through here, but I did not have enough to do so. So here it is for now, up through here. This is my purge kit and my fuel pressure safety valve. So if it drops below, it looks like they have it set for 35 out of the box. If it drops below that pressure while it's spraying, it's gonna cut. So once it cuts, then it stops spraying altogether, saves your engine from lean conditions, because you definitely don't want that. I also have their Maximizer EZ, and I think there is a full 1-in-unit progressive controller that will do the throttle, wide open throttle switch, and also the RPM switch, but I just bought a separate module for that. I'll probably mount it somewhere in this vicinity. The intake comes around, it sits over this, it doesn't rub against anything here. It's nice and perfect and kind of hides it. Gives you that sleeper buildish kind of feel, but if you know what you're looking for, you're gonna find it. So other than that, once just doing the wiring. And then on the bottle in the back of the trunk, I may change where I have it mounted. Right now it sits on the trim cover that covers this bottom piece. As you can see up there, there's the brackets, but I don't, it's too flimsy, so I may just mount it right here, and then I should still be able to connect up. Bottles over here, got the bottle heater on it. Let's see, I gotta put the transducer switch for the heater, which is right here. I gotta put that on there. I was just waiting for this guy to show up because the one that came with it was a 6 AN and I needed a 4. So there's that. Anything else? Oh yeah, here's the controller. So this essentially will dial or ramp up your nitrous once you get once you're at full throttle, you're in your window for spraying, then this will initiate, kick on, and depending on where you have this, so let's say we have it set for 3.5. It's going to take 3.5 seconds to get up to 100% spray, and it's just more safe on your drivetrain. No shock. It's supposed to ease it in, and then with that window switch as well, that's going to help keep us from spraying in areas that we don't want to be, like shift points, low RPM, things of that nature. So all good things to have, especially when you're playing with high horsies. So, alright, I think that's really all I got for you guys for now. I wonder out what's going on with one of my pumps, because apparently I'm told that only one of them is working right now, and they're both brand new pumps. And I mean, everything's wired correctly, all the grounds are good, all our connections are tight. So yeah, not sure what's going on there just yet, but I'm working on it. So that's essentially what all this was, but I'm still trying to figure out which one pump 1 is, because pump 1 is the one that's not working. So is that the one that's controlled by the new module, or is that the one controlled by the OEM harness? Only time will tell. And every time I go to do my voltage test, I'll close the doors, put my lead on should be the red wire on this one. That's positive. This one's ground. And then the yellow and the whites are your fuel level sending unit to the dash, so that you know what level your car's sitting at. But that, when grounded down to the chassis, and when you open the door or turn the car on to the accessory position, it should blip on, show 12 volts momentarily to quickly prime the system to let us know, hey, it works. But I'm not seeing that, and that was off the factory harness. So interesting. I didn't see any fuses blown back here. All the 20s and 25s were good. I think that's the only ones they run on. I don't think they run on anything higher than that. But I'll go through and check the rest of them just to be sure. But all the ones that should have been, they're all good. I don't see any burnt out fuses. So, not quite sure what the deal is. I'll let you guys go later. We're going to do a little time warp here to a couple hours later. After some extensive electrical testing, I have found the problem. So, as I stated earlier in the video, I been running only on one of the 2 pumps that I have in the tank, the low pressure fuel pump. I have the dual LDOC that picked up off of Jackal Motorsports' website. Just to be able mainly to run the E85 on the dual pulley setup. So I got that all flashed, and I thought everything was good. I mean, at least on when I did the test file on the 93, they said everything was okay, which obviously the fuel demand is going to be a lot less. So after switching over to the E85, I was having issues, fuel cuts, mainly from a dig, usually on like if I was already doing like 45 or 60 and I step on it and I go well past 140 and it was no problem. But at most of the time, if not every time, from a dig, I would cut out around like 100 to 110 miles an hour, just boom, just completely falls flat on his face. And it looks like my flashlights didn't die, but this tap here was the issue. There's 2 fuses on this tap. One's for the OEM side, and the other is for the new circuit side that you're adding. So that was my problem. I only had one 20 amp fuse in that bad boy. So I wasn't getting any power. So only one pump, which is why I was struggling so much on the, full E85, which, like Matt and Tony stated, I'm sure several times over, it's just the fueling demand for the dual pulley is just too much. You really gotta upgrade pretty much all your fueling. I mean, I'm on a CREC, so I didn't have to mess with my high pressure fuel pump. So far that seems to be all right. But so I have this wave of relief just come over me. I did a little test drive earlier. I didn't get to data log it, but it felt so good and everything was so smooth. I'm just really happy. And now the next thing for this thing is going to be a car wash, because motherfucker shit on my car. But oh well. Catch you on the next one.